Hello everyone, today we're going to look at qualities of whole numbers. Whole numbers are your typical numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to look at 3 qualities of them. These 3 qualities are called parity, primality, and sign. Note that decimals don't have parity and primality, but they do have a sign. Let's start with the parity of a number. The parity of a number is whether a number is even or odd. Even numbers have certain qualities. When they are divided by 2, a whole number is the result. And they also end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Let's look at the number 12 for example. Now how can we prove that 12 is an even number? Well, firstly, 12 divided by 2 is 6. And as we know, 6 is a whole number. It doesn't have any decimal point or any numbers trailing after it or anything. Secondly, 12 ends with a 2, which is one of the 5 numbers that even numbers end with. So we know that 12 is even. The qualities of odd numbers are sort of similar to the even numbers. Everything's just a little tweaked. So when you divide odd numbers by 2, you get a decimal result. So something point something. And they also end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. An example we have here is 15. We can see 15 divided by 2 equals 7.5. And 7.5 is a decimal number because it's got 7 and a decimal point and a 5 following it. We also know that 15 ends with a 5, which is one of the 5 numbers odd numbers end in. So we know that 15 is odd. The second quality of a number is the primality. The primality of a number is whether it is prime, hence the name, or composite. In order to understand the primality of a number though, you've got to understand factors. The factors of a number are the numbers that when multiplied with any whole number become the original. Here we have the factors of 20. They are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Note that factors must be whole numbers, they must be positive, and they must not be 0. So these are the factors of 20 because these are the only whole numbers that, when multiplied by another whole number, become 20. If you put any other number, for example 3, as a factor, it doesn't work because 3 times any whole number cannot equal 20 unless there is some sort of decimal, and it can't. So these are the factors. Now that we know about factors, we can talk about prime numbers. Prime numbers are numbers which only have factors of 1 and itself, which means for a prime number, only 1 and itself can be multiplied by a whole number to equal the prime number. I have the number 7 here. Now 7 is a prime number because its factors are only 1 and 7. If you try to put any other number in there, then it wouldn't work. For example, if you try 2 as a factor, then 2 times what equals 7. If you got a calculator and figured it out, you would know that's 2 times 3.5. Now since 3.5 is a decimal, 2 does not count as a factor because 2 must be multiplied by a decimal in order to equal 7. And this works for any other number. Try 3 times something equals 7, 4 times something equals 7. Try to figure it out. It must be multiplied by a decimal to equal 7. So only 1 and 7 can be factors because 1 times 7 is 7 and 7 times 1 is 1. Now let's talk about composite numbers. Composite numbers are numbers with factors other than 1 and itself. A composite number, for example, is 10. The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So this is a composite number because it has factors 2 and 5, which are neither 1 nor itself, which is 10. The last quality I'm going to talk about is the sign of a number. The sign of a number is whether a number is positive or negative. so above 0 or below 0, respectively. Positive numbers are your typical number. They are the ones you learn from preschool. They are above 0, and they always produce a positive result with the 4 basic operations, that is, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Negative numbers are a little different and are more quirky. They have a minus sign next to them, they are below 0, and are affected quite differently by the 4 basic operations. I'll talk about them in the next video. Here are some interesting qualities about 0 and 1. Regarding parity, 0 is actually even. This is shown because numbers have a pattern in odd and even, so 1's odd, 2's even, 3 is odd, 4's even, and so on. So if you follow that pattern, 4 even, 3 odd, 2 even, 1 odd, then 0 is even. 1 is neither prime nor composite, and this is due to mathematicians wanting to simplify some sort of theory, but it's too complicated to discuss in this video. And 0 is neither positive nor negative. You know how I said positive numbers were above 0 and negative were numbers below 0? 0 is like that middle ground. It's like say you have 2 pieces of land and you have a wall separating them. Neither owns that wall, but it separates the both. And also because minus 0 and plus 0 pretty much mean the same thing. It's question time! Question 1. Is the sum of an even and odd number even or odd? Question 2. Name the factors of 32. Is 32 prime or composite? Question 3. How else could you write 10 plus negative 4? Save your answers and I'll reveal them in the next video. If this video is helpful to you, please remember to leave a like. And if you're looking forward to some content in the future, by all means subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video.